Joined by our lovely analyst desk and my co-casters, which include Alon Z, Nickelbacher, and Sig Tao. Lord, are you guys ready for this next game?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm ready.
Physically, yes. Emotionally, no.
All right.
We'll pick you up, Sig. What's going on, man?
We're all here for you. Drink some more tea.
I'll try. It always makes me feel better.
I'll make you some tea, man. I'll put some honey in it for you. Nice and sweet.
All right. So these are two of the more equally matched teams in the LCUS this particular split. Especially with, just throughout, they seem to be trading slots over and over again. Northern Star and White Wolf back and forth. Northern Star, of course, our previous split champion, so I'm sure they're looking forward to getting back there and getting a repeat. Meanwhile, White Wolf, got a lot to prove. They've been a strong team for both splits, and hopefully they're able to make a good showing this time. Alon Z, what do you think we're going to see out of this?
A raffle stomp, maybe.
In favor of who?
Northern Storm seems like Fatley and Shaken Not Stir. They're just too good.
All right. Well, there's one vote for Northern Storm. Sig, what do you think?
Though I believe we have some mighty impressive players in Northern Storm, I want to for this to have a storybook ending. In my eyes, I really am pulling for White Wolf Gaming, and so is my little girl. She is very excited for this match. I think White Wolf, with their non-conventional comps, are going to be able to really pull the wool over Northern Storm's eyes. So we'll have to see what happens. I know.
All right. And Nickel, what do you think as we move into Champ Select?
I think I'm gonna have to put my heart with White Wolf Gaming. They've been awesome this split. Hope that we've seen a lot of domination from Northern Storm in the last split. It's a little bit shaky start going into this split, but they've definitely got where they want to be, and it's going to be close. I think, as we said, they've been mixing and matching back and forth, and now let's see what they can do tonight.
All right. Well, we're moving along with the bans pretty quickly here. Wisely taking out the Udyr right away, so White Wolf knows what they need to avoid.
Don't want to deal with that from Fatley. Nobody does.
Taking a little more time on this last ban. Take out the Tarek. Not a bad idea. Ooh, and taking out Shaken Scion. I'm sure.
No Tarek jungle, I'm okay.
Yeah. Taking out that Scion's probably a little unfortunate, but Shaken's got, a big pool of top laners. We'll have to see. Could be Lowy, Kled, more traditional picks like Cho'Gath again. Another Zac, most likely. We'll see. Cheney, I believe, has played Zac before. But, obviously the big question is going to be, Tahm Kench. Alright, so that could be top or bot lane, or jungle, just to make Nickel sad.
Nah. At least Tahm Kench. You know what? Nothing surprises me anymore.
Oh, this may surprise you.
Please, please
Do
let it go through.
Do it.
Please,
Cheney,
do it.
Oh my god, you do not have the balls.
Spineless. Oh my god.
So spineless.
So pumped. Oh lord. Okay, fine. You meta slaves. Pick your
Alright.
He's still green. It still counts, right?
No. No, it doesn't.
One's jelly and one's a tree. It's completely different. Alright, so two incredibly tanky champions for White Wolf here to start with. And Fatley for going Jarvan. So definitely something to keep an eye out there. Interesting to see how well Caitlyn does against such tanky characters. Obviously she's got a lot of that burst damage from her headshots and other factors. Another Morgana too. Nice to see her more frequently. Have to see what the last pick here is for White Wolf before we move into the next set of bans. But once we do, I mean, it'll be tough to say. I mean, if If they pick a top laner here or a support, oh, they're busting the Zillion out again. All right, got 2 tanks and a Zillion walking to a bar.
Not just a tank. Tom is incredibly utilitous, which I like to believe in my heart of hearts is why White Wolf pick him.
Well, I mean, that Zach has a ton of utility also. I mean, there's a lot of options coming out of these tanks also. They aren't just a big wall. Getting that Varus out of there. Ha! Check out the Lowy. Alright, so we still could see Kled top. That could be interesting.
I'll just be over here.
Northern Storm still needs, like, a real tank, though. So I'm guessing we'll see a tankier top lane pick, maybe a Cho. What kind of top lane do you think we're looking at, Alonzi? Alonzi is quiet.
Sorry,
That's fine.
I'm not in the spectate mode, so
Oh. Alright. Well, we have no tank yet for the top lane. Shaken not started, hasn't picked his champ yet. So, knowing Shaken, what do you think it'll be? With Scion
probably
banned.
a bruiser, in my opinion. A bruiser, kind of like Kled, if Kled hasn't been banned. Gnar and Rumble. Probably
Okay.
Kled or Rumble.
Yeah, Rumble wouldn't be a bad idea. Looks like he's leaning toward Kled, and he does pick Kled, so good call even though you're not looking at the game. Alright, so we got the last pick here will be either support or top lane, depending where Tom Kench is going. Let's see what it's going to be. Another hover on Aatrox.
No way.
You guys are such kidders.
Quit playing with our emotions.
Oh my god.
What?
So much for saying they had no spine.
What?
Can someone get on the internet and look up this Aatrox?
I'd like
Can someone tell us how Aatrox plays in the Kled?
I'd like us to play a flashback to I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I believe I was casting a game with Running, and we were discussing how there should be champions we can just ban to skip lost bans, and it was no one plays Aatrox, let's just ban Aatrox. And now here we are.
Here we are. Apparently, Aatrox is pretty good against Kled.
Oh, all right. Thanks, Internet. Well, we'll have to see. Okay, so I guess let's just talk about things.
I'll say this. Aatrox fit into the White Wolf playstyle in that he doesn't necessarily die the first time you kill him. With the exception of Trist, who, if we count the Tom Devour, this is a team that is do not die team.
Yeah, it's pretty insane how much they do not die. Tom Kench's durability, Zac and Aatrox's passive, Zillion's ult. This is a team that will be very frustrating to play against. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I guess let's just talk about the matchups here. We have allegedly Kled and Aatrox. Aatrox has the advantage. How about the bot lane? Nickel, what do you think about this bot lane?
I mean, it's going to be an interesting bot lane. I mean, Raito seems to think so. Malzahar against Tristana. I'm kidding. Caitlyn against Tristana. I feel like that Tristana and Tom Kench are going to have a little bit of a leg up if they can get a little bit more opportunity. Morgana is going to be an annoyance with her shields and everything at Caitlyn's range. But I feel like that if Tom Kench and Tristana are able to just be aggressive and Tom Kench able to eat Tristana, get in, get some slows off, and Tristana just do what she does best and just absolutely destroy people, I feel like it's going to be a very, maybe not so much to begin with, but it'll be a bloodbath in the bot lane. But yeah, that's just my thought on it. But we'll have to see. It's going to depend on how Caitlyn and Morgana tend to stay back in line, because that's what Caitlyn's got to be good at here.
Yeah, for sure. That back line is going to be interesting to see. And Zac and Aatrox both are obviously good at diving, so they could get in there and disrupt it. But, if they're doing that, then there's durability kept away from that Zillion and Tristana. So hopefully Tom will be able to protect them if they need protecting. We've seen, Tristana's able to get fed pretty easily, pretty quickly. And we'll just have to see how that works out. And of course, Kled split pushing will be a big pain in the butt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Fatleys, Jarvan, all that good stuff.
We won't get the legend of Udyr anymore.
Oh, yeah, especially if people, every time people let him through get with Udyr, you learn not to do it again.
Yep. 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 Yep.
All right. So let's see what else. We got about 40 seconds left here. So, knee-jerk reaction, Nickel, who's winning this?
Well, I would give this to White Wolf if I didn't. I need more information on Aatrox than just percentages that he has advantage in the top lane. I might have to give this to Northern Storm though. If we've seen Shaken's Kled, he is a beast of just split pushing, able to get in, get out, get some opportunities for his team. And if the rest of Northern Storm can just keep their cool and able to defend themselves, I feel like that this is going to be a game for them.
All right, excellent. Well, I believe I'm casting with Sig for this group, but we'll see you after the game.
All right. Later, guys.
Whoop whoop, skin check.
Yes, and we'll actually possibly learn what skins Aatrox has.
Uh,
Not sure anyone actually knows.
we are gonna eat our words, I hope.
Apologies to the one Aatrox fan out there. Oh, that is a nice skin, though. I like that.
Yeah, Splash Art looks great.
Well, I think we got to give this to White Wolf, if only because 5 skins versus 4.
Yeah, multiple favorites also in the White Wolf with Pool Party Zach, Blood Moon Zill, and Master Chef Tompkins. Just favorites all around.
Dragon Trainer Tristana, though, always bored seeing her. Used to be everyone playing Tristana in the LCUS was using that. All right. So we'll be moving into this game once everyone's finished loading in. First game, final set of the night. See who gets the honor of going up against Option 12 in the finals. A lot of emotes, a lot of warping in. Actually didn't know that Dragon Trainer just on a rides her dragon.
Yeah, it's one of those skins like Pulsefire Caitlyn, who gets a cool motorcycle.
Did you know that your gun can actually be a motorcycle? What? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, Lamachus could be in a little bit of trouble here depending how aggressive he decides to be with his positioning. Northern Storm is just waiting.
And that's not really an early ward position either, so we will have to see. Looks like we do get the flash.
They do get the flash. Alright, so that could really help out Fat Lee if he ends up going mid. Sigtao is perfectly happy to just chill in the mid lane now. Kled as well, heading to his own position there. Alright, we'll have to see how careful Asmakis is now. Oh, actually spots Shaken put the ward down there. Okay, let's see how aggressive these lanes are. As we were commenting before, some of Cowbell's drawbacks in the previous game was just not necessarily being as aggressive as they should have been. So maybe Northern Star and White Wolf will learn something from that, if they were watching.
I think. I know that some of the Northern Storm players were in chat during the last game, so we will have to see.
Shaken missing a skill shot there early. Really excited to see how this Aatrox does. Find out whether or not it's just a meme or if there's something to be said.
Well, there was a clickbait video that came out from a famous YouTuber, GBay99, about how good Aatrox is right now in the meta. So who knows? RTC could be a subscriber to that, but I just don't see it.
Well, I got some more ideas for clickbait videos. Going to get into Challenger with ADC Morgana. That'll get some views. Alright, so Sigtao taking a little bit of damage there. Nice to see Lismakis being a little aggressive. But getting pretty low on mana. Here comes our first gank. Fat Lee coming in. Good counter dive there by RTC. That red buff's doing a lot of damage though. Does emote though, he doesn't give a damn.
It was the fabulous one too, so.
Yeah, feeling
Looks
good.
like they might try to. Nope. Cheney thinking about going in.
Probably not with that low of health. Shaken's been missing all of his chains so well, not all, but most of his chains so far. That's really unfortunate. I hesitate to call them hooks. Pulls? Let's call them pulls.
Yeah, they're pulls.
Alright, Lismakis' lack of flash could come back to bite him here. They did spot the Jarvan though, so Fat Lee is not going to be able to go in there. Aatrox healing up rather nicely from the previous engagement. A little bit of aggression coming out of Northern Storm's bot lane as well. Does manage to root the Tristana, but immediately Amaya pulls him to safety. Yeah, Sigtao is just really low on mana. More poke coming out of the top lane. I wonder. Oh, there. I was gonna say. I wonder when the dive happens, and now it does. And now Shaken's in a lot of trouble. He's got very little going for him. He's lost his buddy. RTC does not choose to go further though. Have to see how quickly little beastie comes back. I don't remember its name at this particular moment. I apologize to the Kled fans out there.
Scarl.
Scarl. Alright. See when Scarl gets back. RTC, I think, is trying to be sneaky, but is standing right on a ward, so that's not going to work.
Well, I mean, he thinks he's sneaky. That was what Shaken probably was waiting for, Scarl to come out. But now Scarl's gone again, so.
That's just a very fickle beastie. Good attempt there by Fat Lee to try to make something happen, but unfortunately for him it did not. So ganks have not been the best for Fat Lee so far. And RTC's once again just hanging out in that brush. No ward that time though. But getting some reasonable poke. RTC does hit 6 before Shaken does. By a reasonable margin. Does try to dive in, misses his shot though, unfortunately. A lot of whiff skill shots in the top lane in this first game.
I don't know if all the players got a warm-up game yet. Hope they're not counting this one as that.
Well, any game can be a warm-up game if you're playing a best of 3, right? You just got to win the next 2.
Yes, that's the right attitude.
All right, yeah, big health differential up top. Obviously, Shaken's waiting for his pet. Knowing the timing when you're playing against a Kled, he'll probably show up at the perfect opportunity and keep him alive. But we'll have to see. Mal's did go back, so we'll see Sigtao Infinite with his starting items. Did blow teleport to get back to lane, so won't be able to do anything too tricky just yet. Chain's in a reasonable position to come help if RTC wants him to dive, but it looks like he's going back instead.
Yeah, it would be an option. I would like to see more utilization of that Zac passive.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. It looks like Shaken's about to get his mount back and to be able to get a little more aggression. Yep, there it is. Does land the chain that time though, but once again is going to lose his pet like almost right away. RTC being very aggressive. No, maybe not. Doing some good dashes. Nope, there it goes. But Does get his health down reasonably low. It was a pretty equivalent exchange. Here comes
Fat
Lee.
coming in.
This could be bad. Nowhere near 6. Good flash though.
Oh, yeah, very good combo with the jump then the flash, because that allowed him to avoid the flag and drag.
I would hope he goes back here. You have to know Fat Lee is still there.
It looks like he's taunting, so yeah. I think he's putting a lot of weight on his passive right now.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how that plays out. But we do not have the experience in the LCUS casting an Aatrox, so folks, please forgive us.
Yeah, who knows what kind of great decision making goes through the minds of Aatrox players. Looks like they'll be able to get this Cloud Drake. Sigtao is coming down to try to help steal it, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Is not. Oh, nice shot there by the Caitlyn though on Goonstomp. Not going to be able to probably finalize this kill thanks to the passive, but still. Oh, good route. Mai-Chan trying to save. Alright, so a tense moment there in the Dragon Pit, but everyone manages to get out okay. Still no kills. Sigtao rotating back, or Sigtao Infinite rather. Can't mess up all the Sigtaos we have. Fat Lee getting his blue. Aatrox trying to steal the crab. Lee's pretty low actually. If RTC wanted to go in, he probably could, though Kled is right there. And here comes Mal's with his ult available, expecting it to... Nope. Smakis quickly comes over to try to help. But Malzahar's passive is a pile of crap, so he doesn't take any damage.
What luck?
See if Cheney tries to do something cheeky here. Is in a good position to possibly do it. But maybe we'll see the first turret go here. Northern Storm is doing reasonable damage to this turret, relatively uncontested.
Well, the good thing that Northern Storm's doing in this bot lane is they are winning trades. They're forcing those constant backs from Trist and Tom, so I think that's where they're winning right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Every other lane's just a dead tie.
Yeah, you can see the CS advantage rather clearly. Almost 20, which is pretty impressive. Good snare landing as well. That is one of the things about Tahm Kench. It enables a very defensive mindset. Where, you know, well, I can grab you to safety and scamper away, so why not? Cheney was thinking of doing something there, but decides to back off. Just very much a cold war at the moment. Have to see who blinks first. It's nice to see Shaken respecting Aatrox's damage.
Well, if I remember correctly, you build attack speed and lifesteal on Aatrox. I'm not going to take the time to look up the god. I don't know if I'll ever see this again. So we'll have to see. It looks like they are trading heavy. Shaken not stirred, losing the trade. We do go to the mid lane, though. Limacus does put up his passive. I mean, does use his ultimate in response to Sigtal trying to get the kill, but Infinite does not secure the kill. Lai is able to make it out crystal clear.
And I mean, this is what we were talking about during the Champ Select. This is a team that does not die. Zac got picked off, but survived due to his passive. Uzmakis just lost a fight, but survived due to his passive. RTC tanks 2 cannon shots. Probably did not want to do that. Sigtao's in a pretty, Sigtao Infinite's in a pretty vulnerable position right now, but manages to get out without any sort of hassle there. We do see Cheney expecting to go in here. Doesn't look like he will though. Kled doing a sneaky teleport, but bit of a waste. Or not, that was not Kled actually, that was Sigtao Infinite. Kled doing a regular teleport. These mid lane teleports, let me tell you. Once again a trade that RTC wins. So I guess that percentage guide was right. I mean, obviously there's been any kills in it, but every trade, RTC has come out on top. Possibly helped by Shaken's playstyle as well. Sometimes that can be a factor. We have seen Fat Lee in the bot lane for a while, not doing too much. Just kind of hanging out. Sorry, were you going to say something, Sig?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Alright, so Shaken's about half health currently. It's big risk to go up against someone that's been training too well with you, but RTC seems fine being somewhat passive.
We did see the flash and jump come from Arcane Soda trying to escape after the engage and the cataclysm from Fat Lee.
Here comes the counter engage. Zillion's in a lot of trouble here. He may actually go down. Oh, they're actually waiting it out. Great play there by Northern Storm.
Oh, TP coming in.
Let's see if RTC can get anything done. Looks like everyone is managing to avoid him, though. Really good
Might be
patience.
mistimed.
Can't get over how good that patience was. It showed not only how confident Northern Storm was, but also that none of them were in so much danger of dying that they felt like they had to go in on that.
Yeah, very, very well played.
Alright, so, and with that patience comes the first kill of the game. We'll see if that's able to accelerate or not. It was on Fat Lee, who of course is always a threat. Shaken dealing some damage on his particular turret target. Most of the turrets for White Wolf Gaming are actually very low, or at least notably low, compared to their counterparts. So, first objectives may end up going to Northern Storm, but they are a very objective-heavy team, so that's not a surprise.
Yeah, and though White Wolf may have a strong benefit in that they haven't died, with the exception of the one kill that just happened, after these multiple skirmishes, they really can't do anything after not dying.
Yeah, that is one of the issues I see this team having, is whether or not they can do something. Tom Kench, of course, is can be a beast, as we've seen him in the top lane, but can also, be rather ineffective depending on play style and what kind of positionings he manages to get from himself here. And Zillion, of course, can deal damage, but is not someone you wake up in the morning going, boy, he deals a lot of damage. So we'll have to see how well, how fed Arcane Soda get and how well Aatrox goes off. Looks like we may get a bit of a situation in the mid lane here, but maybe not.
Do see turret go down.
And now it's a little bit of a chase, maybe. Nope. Northern Storm not really taking advantage of situations when they create them, which is somewhat interesting. Other teams would have probably tried to chase that, especially option 12. I could see chasing that, but they just get one poke. Oh.
Very good flag and drag from Fat Lee to escape the Zac ultimate.
And now we have a 4v4 in the mid lane, while RTC and Shaken still continue their endless war. Some say they're still up in the top lane, having exchanges.
Just incredible sustain on both sides.
Yeah, but the rotation, or half rotation maybe, catching him out a little bit here. They sure got that crab into an interesting position. Good job by Amaya dragging that all the way up there. And Shaken keeps getting pushed back, but RTC is not willing to commit, which is interesting. Especially considering that Shaken's flash is so down.
Well, if I remember correctly, his passive also triggers off that rage bar that he has. So if it's not full, I don't think he gets the maximum amount of health. He could be susceptible to the trigger.
Yeah, I mean, obviously without too much experience with Aatrox, I'm not sure what his damage potential is, but I think most other top laners, considering how low Shaken has gotten him, may have died unless like when you're like talking about Nasus or something.
Yeah, Renekton, Nasus. Definitely not the bullying power that you would want. There's just other people that do the job better.
Alright. Sig Tau Infinite takes another bomb, but yay passive. A lot of wards in this river. Like seeing that. Looks like there's some positioning to take this Ocean Drake. Ocean Drake, of course, would help out both top laners very well. Oh, and just in time, Shaken saved by his pet because he plays Clip. That's some loyalty right there.
Sustained for days.
Look, yeah, definitely setting up here for Dragon. Sneaky Pinecone over. And I don't think there's any way to contest this, but they're going to give it a shot. Nope. Good zoning by Chaos. Alright, so Ocean Drake now goes in favor of Northern Storm, which is really going to help out Shaken quite a lot. Now, no longer, well, not to say no longer, but now trades with RTC will seem less favorable for RTC just because of all that extra healing that Shaken's going to be receiving. But this 4v4 is still somewhat going on. I mean, there was a brief pause, but now we're back at it. Cheney's really looking for a position to try to go in, finds an angle. Goonstomp could be in a lot of trouble here. Let's see how this all goes. Good Black Shield saving him, but once again, the Morgana is the one who almost pays the price. Arcane Soda almost goes down. Good job by RTC getting back into the fight. He's trying to chase Chaos. Amaya-chan gets Goomstomp. Maybe not who you want to get in the kills, but it's a team fight, so who can complain? Chaos. Oh. Chaos.
Oh, flag and drag.
Here comes Shaken to save Chaos, but here comes Cheney to help RTC. Good double pull attempt there, but Chaos is going to get away with relatively low health. Shaken may die for it, though. Here comes the speed halt. Suddenly Amaya comes in. Gets the 1 kill. Will they go for 2? Amaya seems willing to dive. Wow.
Nope. Beautifully timed by Kled. Very, very skillful use of the ultimate there. He was able to jump at the end of the ult to escape any damage from Amaya.
Well, there we saw White Wolf's classic extended team fights.
Make them go long enough and you'll get it in a trade at least.
This turret may end up going down soon, though. RTC getting aggroed by Goomstomp. Batley trying to take the next crab. Amaya is willing to contest, though. Maya now with 2 kills. So that's a very fed support. Batley's in a lot of trouble here. This should be the end of Batley.
I would at least smite the river, but no, it was secured thanks to Infinite.
Good follow-up there by Infinite to at least get something out of that exchange. And we have bot lane pushing top. Gets that turret. So 2 turrets so far for Northern Storm here. A couple of very weak turrets though, or at least top lane is very weak. Mid may end up going down as well. There isn't a lot of damage here to afflict this turret, so it probably won't go down here. But top lane is very low once again, so I could see Tristana pushing that out as Arcane Soda is up top all alone. We'll have to see. Aatrox is now in the bot lane, so we have only 3 champions here guarding a turret with 200 hit points. Yeah, not going to last long.
That is the last of the Tier 1 turrets for Team White Wolf Gaming. While they are yet to take a tower, looks like they probably will take his top one, though.
Yep, there's Arcane Soda. Doing top lane things in the top lane as the bot laner. Taking turrets, not caring about team fights. That's what you want your ADC to do. Arcane's in a lot of trouble, though. Good rotations by Goonstomp. Good ult from... oh! There's that vision, though.
Oh, big trade.
Damage over time, though. Here comes the attempts to take out Shaken. Shaken tries to escape, but unfortunately the wall has other ideas.
2-for-1. Things are definitely going White Wolf right now.
Yeah, White Wolf's doing a good job making sure they get something out of every major exchange.
Except no one from White Wolf getting that pink ward.
Well, I'm sure their minds are elsewhere. Sig's really out of position here. Let's see if they can close it out. Those black shields have really been on point. It probably won't help him here, though. Nope. And once again, the Tom Kench is stealing all the kills. Oh, I'm sorry, securing all the kills.
That's right. Supports don't steal anything. Your only promise to CS is babies.
Alright, so RTC pushing down that top lane. Fatley and Chaos maybe in a position to intercept, but they're kind of focusing on this Zac right now for good reason. He's under turret. Here comes the ult. Big damage coming out on Cheney here. Probably will at least pop the... oh! Resurrection was put on him first. Never mind his passive. If he goes down again, his passive's going to be what they're going to trigger. Got to kill this Zac 3 times. A lot of damage on Arcane Soda, but Goonstomp manages to...
Oh! Zill stun. Not able to secure the
oh,
kill.
here comes the Zac. Cheney misses. Goon does not want any of that. May try a snipe. Nope. And here comes Shake and
Maybe
Split pushing.
that tower didn't do any damage to Zill whatsoever.
Yeah, that is interesting. Next dragon will be a Cloud Drake. Shaken might be in a little trouble here. We'll see. Good slow coming out of Amaya. May end up eating him here, and he does. I think that did actually deal damage. Here comes the Aatrox. Alright, so split pushes don't work when the entire enemy team comes to contest you.
No, if White Wolf was behind, you would not know that now. After this long map-wide engagement, they're now 1k gold ahead, and looks like they're going to get another Drake under their belt.
2 Cloud Drakes will really help with those extended team fights and big rotations. We'll have to see. Looks like there's some counter pushing going on here. Northern Storm trying to get this turret. Not sure it's the best idea though, because now they're going to get collapsed on. Oh, Goon really wanted it. He tried to turn back twice to take it out, but changed his mind at the last second. Taking the red buff. Happy about that. And Shaken goes right back to split pushing. Interesting to see if who's going to try for Baron first. Both teams are in a reasonable position to attempt it. Obviously, Northern Storm was more present at that particular moment, but Wolf does seem to have the momentum on their side. Zac going back at about 1.3 in gold. Let's see what he decides to pick up with that. Grabbing a Bramble Vest. Alright, so really embracing that tankiness, looking to punish the Caitlyn for poking him. Next turret down though. Really good job by Northern Storm getting all these objectives. Keeping them very much in the game with an equal gold lead considering their down kills. And poor Shaken is once again as the entire team closes in on. Tries to pop his ult to get out, but unfortunately is displaced and deleted. And now an attempted Baron.
Sneaky off the back of that death. I think they might be able to... I don't know if they'll be able to get this before it's over.
Nope, especially not with that. Here comes Arcane Soda. They're going in on Arcane Soda and Lamachus. Lamachus does get eaten to be protected, gets resurrected. Tom does go down. Cheney is basically fighting the entire team himself at this particular moment. Lee manages to pull out of there, does get blown up. Sigtao Infinite does get destroyed as well. And all that's left is Goonstomp, and Arcane Soda's about to bounce on her head. Here we go. That's going to be an ace. And a Baron, possibly for White Wolf Gaming.
We'll have to see.
They're not dealing too much damage, but here comes Arcane Soda to deal said damage. RTC actually leaves. Doesn't want any of that anymore. Kled is trying to split push. Dealing some good damage. They do get Baron. And now once again Shaken's got to run. Good job dodging that tongue. Should be able to get out now.
We'll still have to see. He's looking up. Oh, there's the flash.
Actually does burn the flash there. Alright, so we got a Baron infused team that's 3k gold ahead. With 2 Cloud Drakes besides, so that movement speed is just out of this world. And we'll see what they can do with it. There are a couple positions, particularly top lane. Top lane is very weak. 64 hit points on the top lane turret. Looks like
It
there's...
turned pretty heavily in favor of Team White Wolf.
Yeah, no question about that. White Wolf's doing a very good job. They took the advantage they had, especially with that Baron buff, and now they're just running with it. And unfortunately for Shaken, his split pushing has not really been up to par this game, thanks to some good rotations. Alright, Aatrox goes down. I'm not sure if it's from his own passive. It looks like it was. Cheney is rooted, doing some good maneuvering though. Here comes Shaken. Let's see if he's able to get much done. Does manage to take out... Oh, there's Aatrox's passive. Okay. So that means Zillion's ult is down. That's important. This is a really deep fight here. Moonstomp absolutely deleted. All that's left is Shaken on Kled. It's almost a 4... It is a 4 for nothing.
Yeah. What would have been a 4 for 2 if that damage wouldn't have went over. That's the brilliance of White Wolf's time.
Yep, no one's dying. Literally no one is dying.
Oh, and Zill pops his ultimate just in case the turret would. But it looks like this is going to be game 1 to the unconventional build White Wolf game.
Yep, undying team.
And folks, it is a very sad day for us as Aatrox has a 100% win rate in the LCUS.
Oh, come on, that's amazing. That's not sad.
I had no idea the bulk of the time what was happening with him. It was literally a caster's nightmare. I'm super happy that they won and they performed like they did, but going in blind, it was definitely a pick to shock.
Yeah, I mean, not only a pick to shock, but a pick to start the conversation, and also to take them a little, you know, unbalanced there. You know, that's not something you're necessarily expecting, probably something you don't practice for, and we see the results. Really good job by White Wolf locking down that first game.
Yeah, very impressive.
Nickel, you back here with us?
Oh, I'm back.
All right. So, what did you think? Give us some impressions.
Sig, come on, man. The caster's nightmare.
I'm gonna wake up in a week.
I had to deal with
be
Taric
lying.
Jungle. At least you dealt with the top laner.
Fair point. Fair point. I mean, it may be that we were only able to cast off of the legends of yore exactly how Aatrox worked, but fair point.
Indeed. But I do have to say, Ace was kind enough to correct me that Aatrox has the worst win rate versus Kled.
Oh.
Well, that is false now, so take those apples and eat them. Sorry, a little bit shade there. But yeah, that game was interesting to say the least. I'm actually very surprised that White Wolf was able to take it and to go with it. Like I said, like you guys were kind of saying, like Aatrox was kind of the questionable pick there. But they were able to go through it. He was laning very well against that Kled from what we saw, and that was like one of the things that Northern Storm is known for, is him as Shaken doing his split pushing, but he just had no opportunity to do that. White Wolf was staying pretty much as a unit and making sure that there was pressure on Northern Storm so that there was no opportunities for them, and it was just a pretty clean game from my eyes.
Yeah, it definitely was a very clean game. Not the least of which because very few people died for White Wolf thanks to their unconventional composition. But we will see if that continues. It'll be interesting to see what kind of ban phase comes out of Northern Storm for this second game. A second game that we'll be starting very shortly, right after this quick break. Please don't go anywhere.